credit war has escalated in Bengal. Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has put out her own image on the vaccination certificate being given out to the beneficiaries. The principal opposition party, BJP, launched an all-out attack, alleging that Mamata is behaving as if Bengal is an independent country. The face-off over the certification comes at a time when Mamata and other TMC leaders attacked Prime Minister Modi after his image appeared on the jab certificate. Mamata even mocked Modi, claiming that he would name the country after him. Ahead of the civic polls coming up in Mumbai, the vaccine politics has escalated, with opposition shifting blame to the ruling Aghadi government for the shortage and the Maharashtra government passing the buck to the centre. Here's a look.
But a vaccination camp organised by the BJP. With the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation elections just around the corner, the BJP is highlighting vaccine shortage as an election issue.
मुंबई में लसीकरण 45 प्लस का भी बंद है. इसके लिए कारण कौन है? तो ये राज्य सरकार है. इन्होंने जानबूझ के ये जो टीकाकरण है उसका काला बाजार चालू किया है और इसके लिए मुंबई कर के पास आज 45 अबव के लोगों के लिए लस नहीं है. इसके खिलाफ हम कल आंदोलन करेंगे.
Political leaders are now directly tying up with private hospitals or are facilitating tie-ups between hospitals and housing societies. In the satellite town of Navi Mumbai too, BJP hoardings can be seen at vaccination centres. The Saffron Party launched a free vaccination camp on 3rd June with pictures of top BJP leaders and the party logo on the registration form. The Aam Aadmi Party has questioned the BJP over the drive.
मैं बोल रहा है क्यों ओनली वार्ड नंबर 64, दूसरे भी वार्ड है ना साहब. आप तो देखेगा तो नवी मुंबई पूरा देखना है. आज मैं वार्ड नंबर 60 से मैं बोल रही हूँ. हमारा वार्ड नंबर में भी बहुत गरीबी है.
The ruling Shiv Sena is blaming the central government and the BJP for the shortage of vaccines.
बीजेपी जो आरोप लगा रही है कि महाराष्ट्र शासन इन्होंने हमें वैक्सीन नहीं दिया, इसी के कारण ये हम लोगों को बाहर से विकत लेना पड़ता है, ये आरोप उनका बिना काम का आरोप है.
The beneficiaries say politics is the last thing on their mind. They want vaccines first.
आपको पता लगा कि यहाँ पर अलग पॉलिटिशियंस वगैरह भी हैं जो प्राइवेट हॉस्पिटल के साथ कंबाइन करके वैक्सीन डज इट मैटर?
नॉट रियली, जब तक वैक्सीन मिल रही है.
थर्ड वेव आने वाला ऐसा सुना है तो डर तो लगने वाला ही है. तो जितना सेफ हो सकते उतना सेफ हो जाए.
BMC elections are around the corner and there is tremendous shortage of anti-COVID vaccine in Mumbai. A perfect opportunity for the netas to don their skills now. The neta is making a speech inside while many people are waiting in queue outside. This is not a political rally. It's a vaccination center. There are political hoardings all around. But the Aam Janata needs a vaccine desperately. And therefore, they are quietly viewing all the developments. With camera person Mahesh More, this is Pankaj Pathya in Mumbai, reporting for India Today.
The opposition has come out, all guns blazing, targeting the Punjab Congress government, accusing it of profiteering from the pandemic. Vaccines of the state government were bought for 400 rupees, were sold to private hospitals at 1,060 rupees, and that charged people 1,700 rupees per jab. Union R&B Minister Prakash Javadekar called it a sin. Sukhbir Singh Badal wants the state health minister sacked, even though under pressure, the order stands to be withdrawn. Manjeet Sehgal with this report.
Punjab Chief Minister Captain Amrinder Singh is in the line of fire over an alleged vaccine scam in the state. Opposition, Bharatiya Janata Party, Shiromani Akali Dal and the Aam Aadmi Party have launched a scathing attack on the Punjab government on acquiring coronavirus vaccines from vaccine manufacturers at 400 rupees a jab and then selling it to private hospitals at 1,060 rupees per dose, making a profit of 660 rupees per dose. Private hospitals in turn stand accused of charging people in the state anything between 1,500 to 1,700 a dose. thereby making a profit of more than 550 rupees a dose. Union Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar accused the Congress of trying to make a profit from the pandemic.
कोविन जैसे वैक्सीनेशन में भी वो राज्य सरकार प्रॉफिट ही कमाना चाहती है, तो ये कैसा जनता का प्रशासन है?
In Punjab, Sukhbir Singh Badal of the Shiromani Akali Dal sought the dismissal of the State Health Minister Balbir Singh and a probe by a sitting High Court judge into what he described was Punjab's vaccine scam.
कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह इस बीमारी तो पैसा कमाउण लग गए। लोकां दी जाना परवाह नहीं, पर पैसे सरकार पैसा बनाउण लग गई ते अपने चहेतियां नूं पैसा कमाउण दा साधन बनाता।
The opposition has hit out at what Badal called was hypocrisy of the Congress party, seeking free vaccination for all and then selling vaccines to make a hefty profit. The Aam Aadmi Party too attacked the Congress government in the state for allegedly profiteering from the pandemic.
हमने ये सुना था कि राज्य सरकारें वैक्सीन के लिए पैसा इकट्ठा करती हैं, लेकिन ये पहली बार सुन रहे हैं कि एक राज्य सरकार वैक्सीन से पैसा बना रही है, पैसा इकट्ठा कर रही है।
The opposition even accused the state government of acting as agents of private hospitals after Punjab Chief Secretary tweeted the cost and availability of vaccines at two major private hospitals. Under intense opposition fire, the Punjab Health Minister Balbir Singh announced the decision, taking back the order to sell vaccines at a profit to private hospitals.
जो हमारा बजट सेशन था उसमें सबसे पहले उन्होंने बोला सबको ये जो वैक्सीन फ्री लगाई जाएगी, तो फ्री लगाने का हमारा जो फैसला वो अटल है, तो इसलिए जो कोई फैसला हुआ कल आज उसको हमने वापस ले लिया।
But the opposition remains unsparing, saying there should be an investigation into vaccine administration in Congress-run states of Punjab, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan.
Punjab government has taken a U-turn on selling vaccines in the private hospitals. Amid the mounting pressure from the opposition, the government now says that it will provide vaccines for free to the people, as there is a united call for a probe into the alleged scam of jabs by opposition parties, including Shiromani Akali Dal, Bharatiya Janata Party and Aam Aadmi Party. With video journalist Dilip Sahu, this is Manjit Sehgal in Chandigarh for India Today.
What caused the deadly surge of COVID cases in North India? 2 months after the second wave in parts of North India and fourth wave in Delhi, a government study shows that the surge is attributed to the Delta variant that is 50% more infectious. So, Sneha Mewardani bringing us this report this morning.
It infects more, 50% more than the Alpha or the UK variant, and it took over Delhi in the month of March. The B.1.617 variant, called the Indian variant, ravaged Delhi city and other parts of North India, leading to a sudden spike in cases and deaths in the month of March, April and May. It indeed was the variant first sequenced in India, which means it was discovered in India in September last year and infamously called the Indian variant. Now, rechristened to Delta, B.1.617 and its lineage B.1.617.2 is what led to mayhem, say scientists. The study accessed by India Today has been done by a consortium of labs and India's National Centre for Disease Control, establishing this well beyond doubt. Here are the highlights. Delhiites had high seropositivity of 56%, which means that 56% of Delhiites had high antibodies against COVID-19. But this did not protect the population. Until February, B.1.1.7 or the UK variant was dominant in northern India. After March, B.1.617 took over. The March outbreak was because of B.1.617 and its lineages. This has higher transmissibility but does not increase severity of the infection. So in spite of higher transmissibility, the variant was not actually causing more deaths. The increase in deaths can be attributed to a stretched healthcare system, the report says. It also says that most states like Delhi, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Odisha and Telangana are seeing more cases of this variant, which means more infections.
By and large, it is either already the most dominant in state by state or it is rising. Given its advantage over the other variants in terms of being able to replace them because of high transmissibility, it will be a relatively safe guess to say that in time to come, this will be the dominant strain wherever it is not already.
The study also shows that fully vaccinated breakthroughs are because of this variant. The country has seen several cases of infections after vaccinations, all caused by this variant. It is infecting even those who have got 2 doses of the vaccine.
All variants, such as the B1351 from South Africa, B117 from UK and B16172 from India, all of these variants are known to escape or have some ability to bypass antibodies to past infection or vaccination.
Vaccination would offer better protection compared to any of the variants infecting and the herd immunity induced by them. Go forward in understanding the total protection offered by vaccination as the only reliable goal as we move forward.
Importantly, this study seems to be suggesting that prior infections are offering just no protection against this new variant, as has been in the case in the national capital. So if you've had COVID-19 in the past, there is a possibility of reinfection from this new variant. Also, partial vaccination is certainly not the solution to this. Experts are saying that there needs to be a global and a comprehensive response for the containment of infection being caused by this dominant variant. In New Delhi, Sneha Mordani for India Today.
But before we take all the other stories, let's talk about a growing concern at the moment, long COVID or post-COVID syndrome, where for weeks and months patient recovers, he or she continues to suffer from various ailments from fatigue to brain fog. Milan Sharma with this report.
33-year-old Ankit Arora survived the worst of the coronavirus. But even after recovering from it over 45 days ago, this Kanpur resident barely gets up from his bed.
मुझे टोटल 45 डेज आज की डेट पे हो गए। आज भी मुझे साइड इफेक्ट्स हैं, जैसे मेरे माथे पे दाने हैं, मेरे बॉडी पे पूरे दाने हैं, मेरे को सर दर्द होता है, चक्कर आते हैं। मेरी पल्स रेट कोविड के बाद से बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ी हुई है और मैं अपना नॉर्मल रूटीन पे आने के लिए चाहता हूँ, लेकिन अंदर से मुझे बॉडी अभी अलाउ नहीं कर रही है।
Sonia Rana too faces similar problems.
मुझे पहले हाई बीपी की प्रॉब्लम बिल्कुल भी नहीं थी, कभी भी मुझे हाई बीपी नहीं हुआ था, लेकिन थोड़े दिन पहले मेरे सर में बहुत तेज़ दर्द होने लगा, तो मैंने सोचा कि क्यों ना चेक किया जाए, डॉक्टर से कंसल्ट किया जाए। डॉक्टर से कंसल्ट किया तो पता लगा कि मुझे हाई बीपी की प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, जिसकी वजह से मेरी एक आँख में काफ़ी ब्लड भी आ गया। और ये बीमारी मुझे पहले नहीं थी फ्रेंड्स, ये मुझे बाद में हुई, कोरोना के बाद।
India might be past the peak of the second wave, but it now faces a new challenge. Thousands of those who recovered may face a condition called long COVID, when symptoms persist for more than 12 weeks. The US CDC lists the following symptoms: tiredness or fatigue, difficulty thinking or concentrating, headache, loss of smell or taste, dizziness while standing, fast beating or pounding heart, difficulty in breathing or shortness of breath, chest pain, cough, joint or muscle pain, depression or anxiety, and fever. Experts say even non-hospitalized patients can experience post-COVID symptoms.
70 to 80% of individuals continue to have some symptoms even after about 2 months, but in majority of them, these symptoms are mild in the sense of fatigue, body aches, but then there is a small percentage who have long-term damage in various organs, which can actually be very serious. We have what we call lung fibrosis, extensive scarring of the lung, and there are many patients in our study where we've had this problem, and some of them have gone home on oxygen therapy. Brain fog is something that is now being commonly described even in the US, where it's being seen more and more often.
While recoveries can still be quantified by the government, there's still no estimate of how many people in the country are suffering from after effects of coronavirus. It is certainly leading them to stay dependent on medications, some even suffering from mental health issues, and making it that much difficult to get back to normal life. More studies will need to be done to look at the various problems occurring post-COVID-19. With Ajay Thakur, this is Milan Sharma for India Today.
The face-off between Madhya Pradesh government and junior doctors has escalated. Indian Medical Association branch of Indore has come out in support of junior doctors and demanded immediate stop to threatening and victimization of junior doctors. 3,000 junior doctors have submitted their resignations to the state government. This is coming in after the High Court called their strike illegal and asked the doctors to join their duties within 24 hours. Junior doctors are adamant even after the deadline by the High Court is over. The junior doctors have been on a strike since Monday, seeking a 24% increase in their stipend. The doctors also demanded free treatment for them and their families in case anyone gets infected by the virus. Even as the doctors continue to strike, the state government has threatened that protesting doctors join duty or pay the bond money, which is between 10 to 30 lakh.
तो हाई कोर्ट ने सम्माननीय हाई कोर्ट ने जो निर्देश दिया उसका पालन सबको करना चाहिए। हम तो पहले से संवाद स्थापित करते हैं, अभी भी बातचीत कर रहे हैं, हमने उनकी सब आगे बातें मान ली हैं और वो क्यों गुमराह होकर इस तरह से हड़ताल कर रहे हैं। मरीजों के खिलाफ ब्लैकमेलिंग ठीक नहीं है, मरीजों से ब्लैकमेलिंग अच्छी बात नहीं है।
जो हमारी 2018 से मांगे थी उन मांग के लिए हम यहाँ पे खड़े हुए हैं और उन चीज के लिए हमने बोला, कभी भी हमने स्टाइपेंड के लिए नहीं बोला। ये सरकार के जो वादे थे उनके लिए हम बोल रहे हैं कि 6% पर एनम वो बढ़ाएंगी, तो 3 इयर्स का ये और 6% कोविड इंसेंटिव सरकार ने बोला है। हमारी जब मारपीट होती है, डॉक्टर्स इतने ज्यादा पिटाई होती है, तो उनके लिए सुरक्षा का तो ये हमें चाहिए।
स्टाइपेंड हमारी कोई प्रमुख मांग नहीं है, ये वादा सरकार का था। हमारी मांगों में सुरक्षा है, हमारे लिए बेड मुहैया कराना है। हमारा जो एकेडमिक ईयर का लॉस हुआ है, जो यहाँ पर कोई मेडिसिन पढ़ने के लिए आए, कोई एनेस्थीसिया के लिए, कोई ऑर्थो के लिए, जो अपने विषय में पारंगत होने के लिए आए थे, वो ये सब छोड़ करके कोविड में ड्यूटी कर रहे हैं, लगातार कोविड मरीजों की सेवाएं कर रहे हैं। इससे उनका बहुत नुकसान हुआ है। तो रूरल पोस्टिंग जो है उसको कोविड ड्यूटी में शामिल करने का ये सारी बातों को लेकर के हम यहाँ पर सरकार से गुहार कर रहे हैं कि सरकार हमारी बातों को सुने।
A massive row has erupted after search engine Google showed Kannada as the ugliest language in India. While Google apologized, angered by the slight, Kannadigas are saying that saying sorry is just not enough. Take a look.
Kannada is the ugliest language in India. That is what comes up on Google, and it's created a massive storm in Karnataka. Soon after this screenshot went viral, Kannadigas slammed the search engine for insulting one of the oldest languages in the world. The outrage prompted Google to issue a detailed statement apologizing for the gaffe and said they would improve their algorithm. But the Karnataka government has made it clear an apology is not enough. They could send a legal notice to the company.
They have done a blunder. Merely apologizing may not help, because they have hurt the sentiments of over 6 crore Kannadigas. It has hurt us.
While Kannada activists and the government are now up in arms against Google, there were some who backed Google, saying that the company cannot control all content.
It is simply stupid. Why would you lose a market of 40-50 million people? You know, I think it's because of the algorithms they have.
Google's faux pas has led to anger and backlash in Karnataka. And while the company has apologized, it has not cut any ice with the state government.
While Google India has sent out an apology to the Kannadigas and the people of Karnataka, many here in the state believe that a mere apology does not suffice and they need more explanation from Google India as to why did this happen, what was the bug that was causing this, or was there someone behind this who genuinely put their opinion on the internet, and why was this the #1 search result is what the answers needed. But as of now, there has been no protest from pro-Kannada organizations, but genuinely the government ministers have expressed that they need more than an apology from Google India.